Fellow Toastmasters, it's so nice to see you all this evening. Back in '68, my family and I moved back from Rochester area to central New York because I had a job opportunity to manage a small credit union at Hancock Field. That's where the Air Force had their big radar installations. And the president of the credit union's board of directors was a fellow named George Potter. He was also a vice president of this club. After a meeting or two of the board of directors at the credit union, George pulled me aside after a meeting and said, "John, I've got something that you really need." I didn't know I needed it, but he told me about the club, and then after about 6 months of asking me to please attend a meeting, he sent me a letter on Toastmasters letterhead and a Toastmasters envelope, very official. So he was my boss. How could I refuse to come to a meeting when I get an invitation in the mail? So I did attend. I was so intimidated when the president of the club, Walt Hobble, at that time, asked me to stand and, tell him what I felt about the meeting. I just sat in my chair and just shook my head. I couldn't even stand, let alone do a table topic. But since then, as years passed, because I venerated George, he was a true mentor to me all those years. But then, as years passed, George said, when you joined, John, we couldn't get you to speak. You didn't want to speak at any time. You never volunteered. Now we can't get you to shut up. So that allowed me, with my improvements in speaking through Toastmasters, to get into sales. And I just retired after 52 years as a road salesman, a job of which I loved, and kept working at it till I was over 80. Thank you, Madam Topic Manager.